For no more. Come on, that's it. No, I'm joking. Cassidy was on Wild 'N Out.
Okay.
Cassidy was on Wild 'N Out.
Okay, that's dope.
That's the. Besides all that, me and Cassidy, when we see each other,
You was trying to avoid it.
what's up with you, boy?
That's his lane right there. That's his
You know what I'm saying?
lane.
Cassidy was on Wild 'N Out. He did a good job too.
I'm sure he did.
They didn't put us on opposite teams though. Smart. It was either smart by him or smart by them. Something was smart.
Somebody said,
Me,
hold up.
Khan, Hitman, on a separate team from Cass. Imagine that. He would have had to go at all three of us or some, you know what I mean?
They were in red. We just
They put it because the theme is old school, new school. Mm-hmm. So it is a certain amount of years he was there, da da da. So he old school, so he was on the old school side, so he had to be on that side. But they ain't switch his butt. Real talk though. One thing, even though we go at it when we see each other, it be all love. It's just battle rap. But when I battle Cass right now, Cassidy would have to do. But listen though, Cassidy would have to do a blog real quick, just basically saying like, I'm back, y'all. I watch myself. I know I wasn't myself. I see the punchlines I gotta come up with and create for the ball, but I'ma create it how I create it. I spoke to Swiss. He coming back in my life. I'ma make shit right. And then if you say that, because what's gonna happen? Everybody gonna believe him one more time. All right, Cass, we think you up to date now because you talking shit. Because that's all it is. He just don't want no help. He's stubborn. He's stuck in his ways, and he's outdated. Yeah. If he just get all that together, he'll be fine. But I'll smoke him. They ain't got nothing else to do.
What's up? It's your boy Double R, man. We back at it. Like a crack addict. What's up, my people? What we have been saying for the past few months now. Cassidy has to go back to the drawing board. I know Charlie Clips was joking and shit like that. You know, it was funny. Charlie Clips is funny. He's very funny. But what he said had a lot of truth to it. Cassidy must go back to the drawing board. And if, in my personal opinion, if he's not willing to go back to the drawing board and figure it out, then to me, he has no place in battle rap. He will always be Cassidy. You know, because I know there's a lot of people that's going to listen to this, and a lot of his fans and stuff like that going to listen to this and be like, oh, how do you go from supporting Cassidy like you did to da-da-da? At the end of the day, we're not going to sit up here and act like we didn't see what we didn't see. We didn't see what we seen, and we didn't hear what we heard. We're not going to do that. What Charlie Clips just said had a bunch of truth to it. I don't believe... You know, I personally believe as Cassidy continues to battle, he's in the battle in the manner in which he's been battling. Will he battled against Arsenal? I gotta watch my words. It's gonna get ugly, man. It's gonna get ugly, man. It's gonna look ugly. You know, let's see who we got up in this chat, man. J Flames, yo. King Tally, yo, we back. Yes, we are. King Tally cracking up. Okay. J Flames, Clips trash. No, he's not. King Tally, 1985. My buddy. That's the best support you can get if someone wants you to improve instead of lying to you. Point blank, period, King Tally. That is the moral of the story. The moral of the story is people need to be honest to Cassidy. If Cassidy can keep going around pretending, acting like nothing is wrong, then things will get a whole lot worse. You feel me? I personally believe that Cassidy is a lot more smarter than what meets the eye. And I personally believe that Cassidy feel the same way that we feel. Now, I don't know because I'm not Cassidy, but you know, in my hearts of hearts, I really do believe that Cassidy feel the same way we feel. He's just not really the type to man up and come out and admit it. You know? But I don't want to talk about that because it's depressing. You feel me? And it makes it feel like people try to turn it and make it seem like it's my fault. But Charlie Clips, and Cassidy, I would not want to see that battle. In fact, I would not want to see Cassidy battle anybody at this point in time. I was just talking to Fred the Jig earlier, and we was discussing about that whole Eminem and Nick Cannon situation, and Nick Cannon and them trying to sway Eminem into coming back to battle rap. I would love to see that. I would love to see Eminem in battle rap. You know, that's something that I would love to see. I enjoyed the ride that we had. You know, the ride with Cassidy. You know, I enjoyed all of that. Clips would kill Cassidy right now. Yeah, in my personal opinion, just about anybody, at least mid to top 10 would kill Cassidy right now. You know, because Cassidy is in that mode, not because Cassidy isn't good enough, but because Cassidy is stubborn and he's stuck in his ways. He's not willing to alter his style and adjust. We're not saying adjust to the way things are today. We're just saying find that remedy. You know, we see Lux. We see Mook. They're not up there hopping and skipping and breakdancing and doing all that extra shit. And they still getting the job done. Their place in battle rap is still intact. I feel like now people are making a bunch of excuses, and it's getting to the point to where as though Cassidy is now, to me, looking more like a con artist. More like a con artist than actually, you know, everything that I thought he stood for. Facts. Yeah. You know, this is in this world that we live in today, the way that I'm talking right now isn't popular. You know, people want you to sell them a dream. People want you to tell them something that is absolutely not the case. All that I'm going to be at a 9 was a con. Yeah, it all was. It all was. Just by me saying Cassidy is looking like a con artist. You know how many people is upset right now? You know how many people is upset right now? And you know how much of a damn I can give about that. That's what people don't understand, man. I told y'all, I lost 300 subscribers in a day by saying Cassidy didn't do good and he lost. You think I give a damn? I'm just saying that because just to let my people know that it's real. It's real out here, man. These people are really emotionally attached to somebody that can give a damn about them. And the person that has actually been here, no jokes. Yeah, the person that's actually been here riding with them, rocking with them, giving them content, breaking news down to them, giving them interviews with Jag, you go against. The minute you don't like what I tell you, you go against me. But somebody in Cassidy that has yet to prove in himself, after talking all this shit, you ride with. People ain't shit. No jokes. Just rapping. Cassidy killed Clip. Yeah, just rapping. Cassidy kills everybody. Except for Eminem. Just rapping, Cassidy kills everybody. That's not even a question. But we're talking about battle rap right now. And in battle rap, Cassidy, to me, gets destroyed by mid-tiers and top tiers. Right now. Not because Cassidy isn't capable, because Cassidy is stubborn. He's stubborn. I ain't really come on this live to talk about would Cassidy beat Clips and what will happen, because we all know what will happen if they were to get in the ring right now. We just seen what happened with Arsenal. Do you honestly believe Cassidy is ready to bet? And I know a lot of people won't come with that bullshit. Oh, Cassidy Clips is a different opponent and he caters to his opponent. You know, we believe that lie long enough. It comes a point in time when you actually got to show up. You actually got to show up instead of keep continuously talking about what you're going to do. If I'm at your house, just hypothetically talking, if I'm at you guys' house and I'm a carpenter. I'm a painter. And I lay down the blueprint and I tell your mother, whatever, and tell y'all how I'm gonna clean the house up and how I'm gonna paint the house and and all of that stuff. It sounds good. It sounds good, but I actually got to go in there and do it. There got to be some results, But let me see. Dorcel, excuse me, Marvel. Cassidy believes he was a 9. He really did, though. Then he saw that the people didn't like what he was saying at a 9. Yep. Yes, indeedy. But it comes a point in time, man, where people have to be honest with themselves, man. They have to be honest with themselves before they can be honest to people. And we're not even going to even talk about anything with regards to Cassidy beating anybody right now. That's why you have people that have left the chat room right now. The truth hurts, people. The truth hurts. Now, what I do want to see is I want to see what Jag is going to do at the top of 2020. This is life, man. This is life. Life is, as long as you're winning, this is a what have you done for me lately world. Long as you're winning and you're doing good, everything is fine and dandy. Especially, but once you lose, especially if you're talking the amount of trash that Cassidy is talking and you are who Cassidy is, and you're talking that amount of trash and you don't back it up. Because remember, Cassidy said he was over Lux, he was over Mook, he was over everybody. So now, the people that are under Lux and that are under Mook, they want to see that. Everybody wants to see this. Double R, I went back and watched the Cass and Arsenal battle again. It was worse and worse. Almost broke my laptop. It was horrible. It was horrible. And the fact that a lot of these clowns came at me and still taking shots because of that performance is just despicable. It's disgusting. I don't even want to go back and look at it. That's how bad it was. I seen the battle like 4 times. And just like you said, it got worse each time. I seen it. Because you got to understand, man, when you talk all that trash, when you talking this, I'm going from a 7 to a 9, from a 9 to a 10, and you talking all this, I'm going to destroy this dude. It's not going to even be a debate. It's not going to even be a dispute. That's all it fucking was. That's all it was, a dispute. That's all it was a debate. That alone right there, it's nothing to talk about. It's nothing to talk about. And for a lot of these clowns out here to put their hands over their eyes or turn and act like they don't know what the fuck is going on, it's sad. It's really pathetic. It's really pathetic. Here we are, what? Here we are. The battle was what? Him and Arsenal. When, King Tally. When was the battle between him and Arsenal? October the 6th. Here we are, damn near 3 months. 3 months. Cassidy still ain't said a word. In damn near 2 weeks, he said a word after the disaster battle. Probably even quicker than that. After 2 weeks, he definitely said something in the Goods battle and kept fucking with Goods. In this battle, we are 3 months in, and Cassidy still hasn't said a word. But he's out here putting out music. He's out here on his Instagram. He's out here on his Twitter. And you know what the Cassidy fans will say? Oh, leave Cassidy alone. Leave him alone. The battle been over. The battle been over. But you ain't do that same thing with Disaster, though. But you ain't say the battle been over when they kept on going at Disaster. When they kept on talking about Disaster. You ain't say the battle was over when we was out this joint fucking with Goods. Come on, man. People full of crap, man. People full of crap. Cass had like 10% good stuff, 90% trash. What up, Double R? Nixon in the building. My brother Nixon too in the building. What's up? I've been good, bro. How you been? Hope all's well, brother. You know I'm only a phone call away, bro. Anytime you need me. King Tally, 1985. Let me see. He did an interview talking about Cassidy. He did an interview the other day talking about how Nick Cannon diss was basic, not talking about his R's battle. Yeah, of course. Of course. And all these people out here that's talking about, oh, Cassidy feel like he really feel like he won that battle. Cassidy don't feel like he won that battle. It's just Cassidy is not going to, I personally believe he's never going to admit defeat. But especially not to Arsenal. Especially not to somebody that he feel is beneath him. Now, if it was Lux or if it was Mook or if it was Eminem or somebody like that, I ain't gonna even say maybe to that, because I personally and genuinely feel that Cassidy would not admit that he lost if he actually lost. And in the Arsenal battle, it wasn't even about win or lose. It was just that you were horrible and you didn't do any of the things that you said you was gonna do. Been good, man. Thank you. In fact, Cass won't admit defeat. Yeah, he won't. And just like Sway 7 said, how can you expect a man to admit defeat when he won't even admit his flaws? Give us an explanation of something, Cassidy. Give us something. Just like you ain't even have to do what Charlie Cliff said. Just give us something. Even if you felt like you won that battle, you genuinely felt like you won that battle, get out here and talk your shit. How is it that you talk your shit after you battle Goods and you felt like you beat him? And you talk your shit after the disaster battle. But you ain't really saying too much now. You keeping it low key. I told y'all what he doing. He waiting for the battle to drop on YouTube so he can continue to cover up the fact of him letting the city of Philly down, letting the real BRC down, letting himself down, and everybody else that support him. He's going to wait for the actual battle to come out on YouTube so he can continue to talk about the numbers and he can continue to talk about and move forward. His album gave you an indication. The mixtape gave you an indication. Numbers. That's all he's about. And the big homie Fred, he had a great point when he said when Cassidy was the problem, Cassidy definitely was the problem. He definitely was a problem. Now, Cassidy is not only not the problem, he's not even the solution to the problem. To me, he's the opposite of Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was the answer. He's the question. And there's a lot of questions that people had for Cassidy if he decides to return, man. And the real unfortunate and sad part about it is that the big homie Jay is not going to be able to focus entirely into his matchup or whoever he got to battle, because he's going to get heckled with questions about Cassidy. Because all of those haters and all of those people that seen and heard what I heard and seen, and a lot of you guys, Jag is going to get the backlash that Cassidy should have received. Some of it, because they can't give him all of it because Jag isn't Cassidy. But Jag is going to have to answer the Cassidy questions on top of asking questions about himself. That is so unfair, especially somebody that's been riding with you for the longest. That is super unfair. So Jag is not only going to have to prove that he can hang and he can dominate and he belongs, but he's going to have to prove. Man, it's sad, man. Ain't no way Jag thought Cass did good. No, he didn't. I can't tell you because, man, Jag was watching the battle together. I can't tell you how Jag felt about the battle as far as who he felt like won. But I can definitely tell you this. Jag was definitely not pleased. He was definitely not pleased. You know? Of course, Jag is loyal, and Jag is gonna ride. He gonna ride with Cass. He's gonna ride with Cassidy. You feel me? He's going to ride with Cassidy. Jag is loyal, and I respect him for that. But at the end of the day, man, loyalty also means, man, being honest as well. Just like I did. You know, people are out here acting like, oh, Retro Rob, you switched up on Cassidy, you did this and did that. How did I switch up? All I did was tell y'all the truth, like I've been doing since day one. Cassidy beat Disaster, yes. Cassidy beat Goods, yes. And we was out here promoting that and pushing that and making fun of Goods about that, making fun of Disaster about that. And Cassidy had a horrible showing versus Arsenal after Cassidy set expectations of himself. He set standards on himself. Yes, we backed him up, just like we backed him up the battles before. But Cassidy did not deliver on those standards and those expectations that he set upon himself, people. I want y'all to realize this, man. And because of that, in one day, I lost almost 300 subscribers. Because Cassidy did not deliver on his promises. If that's not a con artist, I don't know what the fuck is, people. I don't know what is. Still didn't put the money behind the real BRC. Still didn't put the money behind the battlers. If that's not a con artist, I don't know what is. Like I told y'all the other day, man, sometimes I feel like fake is the new real and real is the new fake, man. Real talk. In today's society. Nobody in today's society, now I ain't gonna say nobody, but the majority of the people in today's society don't want to hear the real, man. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want you to keep it all the way hundo with them. They want you to lie to them and sell them a fucking dream. Well, you're not going to get that over here. You're going to get 100% proof over here, champ. And what I seen was, it was horrible, man. It was horrible. And people act like it's easy for me to say these type of things. Denial is a disease, bro. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Especially when you went into a situation a little too in over your head. That's what I personally believe, man. I feel like Cassidy felt like he could do no wrong. He felt like he could do no wrong. And when he was hit with a dose of reality, I feel like he crumbled. Ain't nothing else to say. He crumbled. He crumbled, man. He even crumbled to the point to where as though he specifically said that pushing and shoving is okay. But once Arsenal put his hands on him, you know what he said? My right, he said shit gonna go left and then my right gonna go out. Did his right go out in the battle? Did his right go out in the battle? This is why, not just what Cassidy did in the battle, but the shit leading up to the battle and what he did in the actual battle. That's what made me lose all kind of respect for Cassidy and what he's continuously doing by not coming out speaking for himself. Not only did he not live up to the expectations and the standards that he set upon himself, he actually is out here acting like none of that shit happened. He's actually out here in his mind feeling like he don't have to give nobody a fucking explanation. I was actually sitting on the couch, double R, when Cassidy told the crowd to quiet down. You can see the frustration in his face. Yeah. At that point in time, Cassidy realized, man, I'm in over my head. I felt like I was something. It's that syndrome that Jay Mills had, that Enes had, that Reed Dollars had, You know, it's that veteran syndrome, especially when you've been out of touch. See, Cassidy don't realize he feel like father time and being out of touch don't apply to him. He feel like he could just come back, and we all felt that way as well. I'm not one of these fake ass niggas out here talking like I wasn't one of the people backing that shit as well and supporting it. I was backing it as well. I'm responsible for a lot of that shit, Cassidy's mentality as well. I'm responsible for that. That's why I'm trying to make it right. But Cassidy ain't gonna just sit back and act like ain't none of that shit happen and think he just gonna pop out of the woodwork and then everything is gonna be okay and it's gonna be all forgotten. Nah, the best thing right now is to touch on it. The best thing right now is to talk about it. What I always say, people, and not walk around it. The best thing to do right now is to talk about it. Because as long as you continue to walk around it, people will be sitting, man. They're gonna be sitting. Cassidy talked a lot of shit. You think Scruff McGruff, 3 Letterman ain't sitting back waiting? You think Battle Truth ain't waiting? What about 15 videos in the clip? You think DME Detroit ain't waiting? What about 15 videos in the clip? You think Piper Boy ain't waiting? They waiting. I'm waiting. Y'all waiting. We not waiting the same way they waiting. They hating. Boss. You know, everybody waiting, man. People waiting. They waiting, man. I tried to find every excuse for Cassidy after that battle, and I couldn't. LOL. The truth of the matter is, man, Cassidy's best complete battle was against Disaster. And that's because they were in the closed room. Yeah, me too, Nixon. Scruff McGruff. Oh, Scruffy. Scruffy big. Still out here hating. Now that nigga's a hater. 3 Letterman is a hater. Anytime you will follow, every time Cassidy do an interview, you following him on every fucking interview. He go to Noah's, you on Noah's. He go to Angry Fan, you on Angry Fan. Like, sit your old ass down somewhere, man. Sit down. Sit down. And you can feel it. You can sense the hate. Because I told you, man, Cassidy is every bit of what 3 Letterman wish he was. Anytime you old as you is, man, and been doing this shit for so long, and Cassidy come on your channel and bless you on your channel, give you the most views that you done had on your channel, it don't even matter. Cassidy, Lux, Surf, all them niggas younger than you, and they blessing you. Something wrong. Something wrong, people. King Tally said, I tried every excuse in the book. Yeah, but see, the truth of the matter is, he did, outside of that first round, Cassidy really wasn't impeccable versus Goods. But because Goods was so atrocious, and he stole a lot of the lines that he had, and Cassidy first round was just sensational, we gave him that one. But to be honest with you, his best complete battle was Disaster. But this battle, and the funny part about it is, Arsenal, I think, lost to Disaster. If I'm not mistaken. So you basically lost to the nigga that you beat. You basically lost to the nigga that beat the nigga that lost to the nigga that you beat. You beat Disaster. Disaster lost to Arsenal, and you lost to Arsenal. It proves that styles make fights, but it also proves that Cassidy is backpedaling. He's on a decline. You feel me? But it's crazy, man. I don't want to hear no talks about, oh, Cassidy about to come. He gonna battle this person. He gonna battle that person. If Cass uses the formula from Good's first round and is consistent with it, then you already know. Yes, sir. I've been saying that. I've been saying that. Cassidy needs to get back to punching. Point blank, period. He needs to get back to punching. Cass was at a 9 against Disaster and a -9 against Arsenal. He wasn't even a 9 against Disaster. With Disaster, he was about what he said he was. He was about maybe a 5 or 4. You know, with Goods, he was about a 5 or 4. You know, with Arsenal, that was probably about 2 or 3. And I'm being generous. Because I really, on top of Cassidy, and people have a nerve to ask me this. Hey, Retro, so let me get this straight. You basically saying Cassidy lost because he didn't perform to the expectations and the standards that he set? That's exactly what I'm saying. It's like, nah. It's like, nah. But they basically saying, so you saying that Cassidy lost because he didn't crush Arsenal. No, I'm saying Cassidy lost because Cassidy was horrible. He was worse than Arsenal, and Arsenal was bad. That's how bad it was. You don't believe me? Ask King Tally. Ask Fred. Ask Fred the Jig. That was horrible. I'm telling you, he lost because his material was trash. Straight trash. Straight trash. Hey Nixon, did you ever see the battle yet? Nixon probably still ain't see that battle. Hey Nixon, you seen the battle yet, Nixon? Whoever seen the battle, give me a thumbs up. Whoever seen that Cassidy and Arsenal battle, give me a thumbs up, man. I want to know if I'm the one tripping. Facts. Another thing, Arsenal didn't talk heavy how Cassidy was talking, even though he was trash. Yeah. And then on top of that, like, we got to cut out the games, man. On top of that, did you actually expect Arsenal to come in there and really bar a nigga head to death? Punch a nigga head off, bar a nigga to death. Did you actually expect Arsenal? That's not Arsenal. People wanted to see Arsenal because they wanted to see if Arsenal was going to get Cassidy out of his comfort zone. And that's exactly what Arsenal did. And that's why, in my opinion, I feel like Arsenal won. I feel like he won that battle because Arsenal actually did what he came in there to do. And actually did what he said he was going to do. This battle, when you judge this battle, you don't judge this battle with technicality. You judge it with principle. Because technically, they both were horrible. So we can't go that route. That's just like, I like to use my Deontay Wilder analogies. That's just like when Deontay Wilder fought Fury. And there was a bunch of people saying, well, Fury technically won the battle, but technically Fury got his ass put to sleep. If not, it been for that referee, Jack Reese, that started counting after he waved over Fury's face and started counting at the once he got to 4, once Fury got halfway up, he started at 4. Cass kept rapping. That's all that matters. And so did Arsenal. Ours was better in a trash battle. Yes, point blank period. Judas Son, point blank period. Arsenal was better in a trash battle. You want to know why Arsenal was better? Because Arsenal came in there and did what we knew Arsenal was going to do. He got disrespectful. He violated Cassidy. Cassidy ain't do nothing about it. And he won. Cassidy came in that battle, did none of the things he said he was going to do, and he lost. Point blank period. And there's a lot of people say, well, point blank period, can we move on? No, we're not going to move on. Because Cassidy ain't trying to move on. Cassidy ain't trying to come out here and give us an explanation. Give us something. I'm gonna tell you this. Once Cassidy give us an explanation, then I'll move on. I won't do another video about Cassidy. Because at the end of the day, the people that I used to be with and the people that's still with me rode for Cassidy hard, and they still ride for Cassidy. Niggas just need answers, man. That's all. Niggas just need answers. That's all. But you ain't about to talk all that shit and do all that shit, take your little money and then disappear. No, it ain't happening. The crowd don't determine who wins in a debatable sport. The crowd put money in that bank account, don't it? The crowd don't determine that. But at the end of the day, okay, who's that? LaFonso Presley, one of my supporters. LaFonso, I don't know if you still support me. If you do, salute. If not, salute. You feel me? LaFonso Presley, I got a question for you, bro. I got a question for you, LaFonso. Judas' son, I can only imagine if Cassidy called Lux out. Oh, hell no. Oh, no. First of all, that will be the day that the BRC will definitely have a ball and Cassidy's career would officially be over. He was talking mad heavy in that Mav Hoffa interview. He said Arsenal will admit he lost. Yeah. Will you admit that you didn't do good? Will you admit that you were horrible? Homicide. LaFonso, we're waiting, LaFonso. LaFonso, I got a question, bro. I'll ask you the question then. Did you see the Cassidy and Arsenal battle? Who do you think won that battle and why? This is for LaFonso Presley. Did you see the Cassidy and Arsenal battle? If you did, who you think won the battle and why? Yes, I seen it. Okay, who do you think won the battle and why? Click that like button. Yeah, smash the like button, people. I got Cassidy. Okay, why you got Cassidy, bro? I told you why I felt like Arsenal won. Because Arsenal came in there to get disrespectful, and that's exactly what he did. And he walked out of there scotch-free. I'm telling you, the moment Arsenal grabbed Cassidy, Cassidy should have stole him. He should have stole him, man. That would have saved his battle. That would have been an excuse. That would have been an excuse. Arsenal said, grabbed him. I told him if he grabbed me, you can go back to the face-off. Facts. And he blew the smoke in his face. Yeah. Arsenal blew smoke in his face, and Arsenal grabbed him, snatched him up. I would have stole Arsenal and used that as an excuse. I'd have murder moved him. I'd have stole Arsenal. Shit would have got heavy. Cassidy had the hometown advantage. He had the hometown advantage. That could have been Cassidy's excuse. And he could have kept talking his shit. He could have been like, man, I was about to get busy in that jump. I was about to get busy on the bull. But he had to grab me and that, so you can go back to the interviews. You can go back to the interview where Cassidy said if shit go left, his right gonna go out. Ain't none of that shit happen. I just don't like the bullshit, man. I just don't like, cause it sounds like some con artist shit. I don't like the BS, man, because not only did you lie about what you was gonna do in the battle, but you lied about what you was gonna do in the battle. You said that if he touched you or grabbed you, you see what I'm saying? Like, and then you watched the battle with Arsenal and Chess, and it seemed like Chess had more heart. Cassidy was speaking facts to ours. Cass already said he didn't want to freak up. He didn't want to freak up the battle, but ours tried. But where did that get Cassidy though? Where did that get Cassidy? I know you gonna say, well, it got him more money. It got him more money. Yeah, it got him more money. But what is gonna get him in the long run? See, y'all thinking short term. I'm thinking long term. I'm telling you, he ain't gonna be able to move forward without giving them answers to them questions. He ain't gonna be able to move forward. I'm trying to help him. I'm trying to ease the pain. Cause he gonna sit back, wait for this shit to die down, and think he just gonna show up and everybody gonna forget about it. It's not happening. Damn the money. We bar for bar fans. Yeah. The truth will always stand. Yeah. But you still haven't answered my question, LaFonso. I'm waiting to hear your truth. You had Cassidy winning the battle. Why? Why did you have him winning? I had Arsenal winning because Arsenal did exactly what we thought he was going to do. And he was successful at it. Arsenal came there to throw Cassidy off his game and get disrespectful, and that's exactly what Arsenal did. What is your reason or excuse? King Tally, Cash should have stole on ours. We wouldn't be having this conversation if he did. Yeah, we'd be having this conversation, but we'd be having this conversation laughing on how Cassidy stole Arsenal. Instead of making this video, I'll be making a video titled "Everybody Has a Plan Until They Get Punched in the Face." But now, Cassidy had a plan until he got faced with reality. That he's not as good right now in this era as he think he is. Cass won because he was speaking factual bars to ours. That's my reason. What is factual bars when all of the bars were garbage, were trash? If you really want to be honest, those weren't really bars. They were structured like bars, but they weren't really bars. They hit. None of that shit hit. Double R, what's up? What's up, man? Nick McLeod in the building. What's up with you, fam? Hey, King Tally laughing. You like that title one, King Tally? Quote from the great Mike Tyson. I'll be making a video right now entitled "Everybody Got a Plan Until They Get Punched in the Mouth." I had to got busy on that one, but we couldn't rock out. I'm mad because it made me look bad. It fucked up my credibility. Because I'm telling people I done heard the rounds and everything. Cassidy gonna come in here and he gonna destroy you. I bought into the con game. And he went in there and did the total opposite. I'm really sitting on the couch like, oh yeah, Cassidy about to get busy. First few lines, okay, that's tough. That's all right. And then he started rapping. I'm like, oh no. Oh goodness. I felt like a nigga behind the stand. And the judge telling him he got life in prison. Oh God. Pass out. Oh goodness. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, bro. I know it's been a while. I was working 60 hours a week at Amazon for peak season. Okay. But you here, bro. That's all that matters, man. I appreciate you. Also, if y'all haven't got a chance, go ahead and subscribe to my new channel. It's called Any and Everything. It's in all capital letters. You know, any and everything. When we talk about any and everything. I just did my first two videos. One was about Lizzo, you know, the new sensation, the new whatever, pop sensation, whatever she is, singing, whatever she is. I'll just say entertainer. And about the difference between caviar, Postmates, and DoorDash and all that good stuff. When you said you was on, hold on, when you said you was on the cheese bus, I was on tour with Swiss. I was like, that bar for Cass, that was his best bar. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He said that bar. He said that bar to me on the phone before he went on stage. You know, before he battled, he said that bar to me on the phone. And the Nate Robb line, all that stuff was good. Was good. But just like I told y'all, and a lot of people, even Fred asked me today, you know, you heard the bars, you know, what happened? And I'm like, that's a question you got to ask Cassidy. But what happened is it's different, man. It's different. And the battle rappers, because we can't determine whether or not they're hating or not, they've been saying this all along. It's different. Battle rap is different on that stage, man. It really is. It's really a different beast. And Smack set it up that way. And like I said, Cassidy signed up, knowing the info that he was in for. So once you signed up and that money hit that account, it's showtime. That's just like when you sign up to purchase that pay-per-view. Or you sign up to get that app. Ain't no complaining now. Ain't no refunds. You know, like, and it's crazy. When you were, I said that already. But to you, they was trash. Real rap over fake personals. They been hating on Cassidy. Yeah, but Cassidy still signed up for it. That's what we talking about, LaFonso. We talking about the problem to now Mr. Chicken and the Hustler and Mr. Chicken. When Cassidy was the problem, Cassidy was a problem. When he started to become the Hustler and he started to become Mr. Chicken, it basically was synonymous with how he was basically acting. You know, it became all about the money. It became all about who he was instead of why we started fucking with Cassidy to begin with. You know, I was gonna say why we fell in love with him, but that sounds a little funny. But why we started fucking with him? Cause he can rap his ass off. You know, but it is what it is, man. Double R, what's up? Vince, Lil John in the building. I'm still a fan of Cass till the end. Yeah, I'm still a fan of Cassidy. I'm still a fan. I'm just not a fan of the way he's been acting as of late. And the way he's still acting right now. Going on Twitter, going on Instagram and all that shit. Basically ignoring the battle rap fans that spent their money to see him do exactly what the fuck he said he was going to do. And he didn't do it. None of it. Outside of showing up, not choking, and all of that stuff. That's just like a student in school. Okay, what is it that you're the most respectful student in the class, and you know you never give the teacher a hard time? What is all that when you still getting F's on your report card? You bring the teacher your teacher's pet. You bring the teacher apple. Like, what is all that when you still getting bad grades? Don't make sense. Cassidy came full prepared. He didn't choke. He didn't do none of that. But his material was straight garbage. That's like me coming to your house with all the materials to paint your house, to do carpentry on your house, to fix up your house. And you go out for dinner or something, or run errands, and then come back, and I ain't did nothing. You come back, I got my hand out, expecting some money, and I ain't did shit. You look around the house, and I ain't did nothing. It still look the same way than when you left. It's come on, man. Like, okay, you heard Cass rounds, right? Yes, I heard Cassidy's rounds. I heard Cassidy's rounds. I already know what you about to ask before you even ask it. To be honest with you, I already answered the question before you even ask it. Was they great before the battle? This is how I know a lot of y'all don't listen to me, but I'm going to repeat myself. This is a different element. When did Clips say this? At what platform? Clips said it on, what's the name? Champion. He said it on Champion. But to answer your question, LaFonso, it sounded good, but with Cassidy, you can't determine whether or not it's actual music raps or it's battle raps. Now, I heard all 3 rounds of Jag for Suge. And I'm actually a fan of Jag musically. I'm actually a fan of Jag. So I can determine whether or not it was actual battle bars, wrote in battle format, or it was actual music lyrics and shit like that. With Cassidy, I can't determine that. And as we seen on stage, and then also you got to take into account the crowd plays a factor, who he's battling and how they're going to approach the battle makes the, then did Cassidy make any changes after he told me? Because I was probably one of, or if not, the first person that he said his bars and shit to. So in that span of time, Cassidy also told other people within the real BRC, and he also told Danny Myers and Mav Hoffa, people like that. But did Cassidy, because Mav Hoffa was in an interview with the Goods battle, and he said Cassidy didn't rap none of the shit that he rapped on the phone to him in the actual battle. Now, the things that Cassidy did say, some of the things I could identify. The Nate Robb line, the line about the Swiss Beats and the Cheese Bus, that shit was in there. Michael Harden in the building, what's up with you? But it's a whole different element. It's a whole bunch of things you have to take into account when you're talking about this. How is his opponent going to approach the battle? How is Cassidy going to feel the night of the battle? To me, I feel like Cassidy smoke a lot. Whether he's drinking or not, I don't know. But Cassidy smokes a lot. That could have played a factor in it. Some people can't consume all those drugs and be able to get busy how they want to while they under the influence. Some people can. Some people need it to get busy. You feel me? But allow all of that shit play a factor. It plays a factor to before he hit that stage. And then, just like Charlie Clips said, that crowd is a different energy. It's not like Cassidy performing, holding up a mic, performing, come to my hotel, or drinking my two-step. Those songs that nigga smoke in every video he do. Yeah, it's not like performing. Like people like, well, he done performed in 30,000 stadiums full up, and like that's different though. It's different. Battle rap is choreography. It's hand gestures. It's body movements. It's, you feel me? Like it's more than just getting up there rapping a song that you already sold certain amount of thousands and millions of copies to. You already have an established fan base. People already heard the song on the radio. It's different. In battle rap, they're just starting to hear fresh material. This is fresh material that you're putting out into the atmosphere. When you're on stage rapping and all that shit, that's stuff that has already been established. That stuff that has already got you gold plaques and all that shit. They already had Cass losing in both of his battles. Well, I didn't though. The people that matter didn't. The people that matter didn't have Cassidy losing against Goods. And the people that had Cassidy losing against Goods, they even changed their mind. They said, okay, we gonna give you Goods. You ain't gotta give Cassidy nothing because he won that battle. The way that I felt before, see, this is what y'all don't understand. And that's why I could tell a lot of people, not you, Presley, but a lot of people, this I could tell a lot of niggas is fake. because I never switched up. I still feel like Cassidy beat I still feel like Cassidy beat Disaster. But Cassidy was horrible against Arsenal. I feel that way. Somebody switch up, I'd have been like, yeah, and Cassidy lost the goods, and he lost the Disaster. I never said that. I still feel the same way that I felt before about him beating Disaster and Goods. Would I have liked him to do better in the Goods battle? Yeah. Do I feel like the Disaster was his most complete battle? Yes. Do I feel like Cassidy first round against Goods was epic, and he should take that same recipe from that first round and apply it to the rest of his battles? Yes. But at the end of the day, only Cassidy can make that happen, and that's the moral of the story. The moral of the story is, instead of getting mad at everybody else for the expectations and the standards that Cassidy set for himself, y'all have to address the man himself. But we can't address the man himself, let alone see where his mind is, because he ain't saying shit. Cass was speaking facts in all his battles. But where's Cassidy at now, though, LaFonso? That's the question. Where is he now? Cassidy was speaking facts before the battle, he was speaking facts in the battle, and he was speaking facts after the battle. But where's Cassidy now? That's the question. That's the $1 million question. Where's Cassidy now? We know he's pushing music. We know he's on Wild 'N Out. We know he's doing that, but we talking about battle rap. Or is Cassidy going to continue to act like he just wasn't a part of this shit? He just wasn't out here bragging, and we just wasn't out here singing his praises and supporting him. And then he went in there and let everybody down. Not an interview yet? That's crazy. Nothing. Nothing. Just wait till the battle drop. Yeah, I already know. The battle is going to drop on YouTube. I've been saying this. Go check the transcripts. One great thing about YouTube is that our proof and our transcripts and our receipts is in the past videos. Go look. I've been the only one saying this. Cassidy is waiting for the battle to drop on YouTube so he can talk about the numbers. So he can use the numbers as an excuse to avoid telling the people what really went down. Or what he feel really went down. We're not telling Cassidy to say what we want him to say. We telling Cassidy to say something. Give us something. Numbers and facts. Yeah, numbers, not facts, bro. He gonna talk about numbers and they gonna do numbers. Because he's Cassidy. And you can see in my other videos where I said Cassidy is the energy. I know people are gonna leave after I say this. A lot of people gonna leave, but this is the most people I done had in my chat since I spoke about Cassidy the last time. Cassidy is the energy. Cassidy is the energy. I never said he wasn't. But do you want to be the energy and you want people to respect you and give you the rightful respect that you deserve? Or do you want to be the energy because you're living off namesake and people not give you the credit that Lux and Mook and them are getting? Because that's what's going to happen. Double R, you been listening to Cassidy music lately? He sound like the problem, bro. I feel he back in his next battle. Will be epic. Hope so. I hope so. Presley, what did you watch? Cassidy clearly lost. Facts. Facts. And if you, whether or not you want to admit Cassidy lost or not, Cassidy was horrible. That's just the fact. You want to talk about facts, bro? That's the fact. The fact is Cassidy did not do any of the things he said he was going to do. That was the worst performance from Cassidy I ever seen in my life. That was the worst Cassidy I ever seen in my life. Like, it's so many things that went wrong with that situation. Even outside of the ring, even outside of him promising money, even outside of him talking about he gonna do all this shit if Arsenal touch him, and he didn't. Like, even in the face-off, during the face-off, it was not the same energy that it was with Goods. I don't even want to touch on that. I might say that one for another day. That was an entirely different Cassidy than it was with Goods. And for a moment, I thought Cassidy was going to take it light this time because he was going to go into battle and destroy Arsenal. That's how focused he was. And if you tell me that Cassidy actually was, with that performance that I seen, then what could I say? How you feel about Cassidy versus K.O.T.D? K.D the GOAT. Salute to you, bro. Cassidy versus K.O.T. I feel like K.O.T will be Cassidy. I feel like anybody mid-tier, top-tier will be Cassidy if Cassidy continues to rap the way he's rapping. And Cassidy is going to continue to rap the way he's rapping because it's more to me than just Cassidy turning it off and turning it on. It's more to that. He proved that in the Arsenal battle. Cassidy have more to work on. That's just like an NFL team. And one of your teams that you want to go to the Super Bowl or to the playoffs, and the team got so many holes on the team. The team need linebackers. Let's not get back to the linebackers. Team need a defensive end. Team need corners, safeties, offensive linemen. There's too many holes on the team to even have a shot at making the playoffs. That's how I feel about Cassidy. Cassidy has to learn how to adjust to today's era. I thought Cassidy was just so great at the beginning that Cassidy can adjust with anything. But Cassidy proved that he couldn't. That's what I want y'all to realize. It's not my fault. It's not other people's fault that's out here being critical of what Cassidy did or did not do. It's Cassidy's fault. That's for anybody, not just Cassidy. Deontay Wilder. I talk about Deontay Wilder all the time. But you better bet your bottom dollar if Deontay Wilder go in here February the 22nd and he lose to Tyson Fury, people are going to have a whole different outlook on Deontay Wilder. I'm going to have a different outlook on him. You know, me not so much because I don't want to get into it. Me not so much because it will always be about what you say in your raps instead of gimmicks and fake personals and all this and all that. You know how many battles that I've seen where dudes were actually rapping, but they still lost because the other person were doing all these other things that they feel like you supposed to do in battle rap? You know how many battles we've all seen? If that's the case, JC should be up there with Lux right now. If that's the case, with all of the stumbling and all of the choking, Magic should be the greatest, one of the greatest of all time. Gotta have delivery, which Cassidy did not have. You gotta have punches, which Cassidy did not have. You gotta have figurative language, which Cassidy did not have. You gotta have wordplay, which Cassidy did not have. On the outskirts, he had it. But what is all of it if it don't mean shit? He talked about Cardi B veneers and playing with the D like a linebacker. Come on, bro. Come on now. Cassidy was looking bad in the Goods battle, but he out-rapped Goods. Yes, he did. And guess who was supporting that? And guess who was working with supporting to put the respect back on Cassidy's name with the Goods battle? Your boy Double R. It will always be, let me see. They tried to make Cass pull a Joe Buttons, but he didn't. Yeah, but here's the thing. This is why Cassidy, and if Cassidy, this is really to me why Cassidy won that Goods battle. One, Goods was horrible. Two, Goods was horrible. It's like, nah. One, Goods was horrible. Two, Goods had stolen material. So that's automatic forfeit. That's automatic. Cassidy won. Then Cassidy first round was crazy. One of the best rounds I ever heard in battle rap. His first round was bananas. Second round was his worst round. Third round, to me, was okay. Third round was, I originally said it was just as good as his first. I went back and listened to it. It was okay. You feel me? But I feel like from that third round, Cassidy carried that on to the battle with Arsenal. He just felt like he couldn't do no wrong. And to his defense, me, along with a bunch of other people, even people like you, even people in this chat, helped him with that. We helped him believe that. That's why it was a lot of people that felt like, oh, Retro Rob is fake. Retro Rob is being this. Why? To me, the only fake thing is a lot of people that feel like I'm fake that didn't keep that same energy when Cassidy clearly did not do none of the things he said he was going to do. That's fake to me. That's fake to me. I'm fake because I'm telling the truth? Or are you fake because you lying to this man when you know he didn't do what he's capable of? Damn what Cassidy said he was going to do. What Cassidy is actually capable of. His first round in the goods battle was better than the whole disaster and R's full battle. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Definitely was. It definitely was. That first round, Cassidy don't even know how historic that first round was. I heard Cassidy actually in the interview, right? I heard him say, I'm going to show up with some real material, not that first round that I had with Good. So clearly he was tired of people keep continuously saying that. So that's one of the reasons why Cassidy went in this battle and had one of his worst performances, if not his worst performance ever. So you wanted Cass to freak up the battle against ours after he already got paid. What I'm telling you is Cassidy's best way out of that battle was to fuck the battle up. His best and his only way out of that battle. Now, you don't want to hit. That's not false. How is it false? How's it false? If it's false, then why Cassidy ain't saying nothing right now? Where Cassidy at? Let's check his track record. After the disaster battle, he was out here talking cash shit. After the goods battle, he was out here talking cash shit and we was with him. Where he at now? Oh, let me guess. He just want to lay low because he got a bigger plan. Yeah, the bigger plan is to wait for that battle to drop on YouTube so he can try to ignore the fact of what he did against Arsenal on the 6th. Broderick Crawford, Cassidy is trash. I'm ready to see Jag get in the ring. That's where I'm at right now. He going to do some of these niggas dirty. You heard it first. Hey, I want to do a separate video on that, man. I want to do a separate video on Jag, man. I feel like Jag deserved this one. And now is the time, man. I want to do a separate video because I want to ask y'all, where will battle rap go if Jag actually gets into the ring and he destroys whoever he's going to battle at the top of 2020? How will battle rap? What direction will battle rap go after that? I wish I could tell a lot of y'all who he battling, but I can't. I don't know if I can. I might say that video for when I can tell y'all who and everybody know who he's battling. How did Cass not know that was going to be horrible? Yeah, that's a good question. So a lot of y'all might be right. A lot of y'all that said Cassidy genuinely felt like that was a 9, y'all might have been right. And if that is the case, then Cassidy don't need to come back to battle rap. He don't need to come back to battle rap because if what he spit against Arsenal, he genuinely thought was a 9, I would hate to see Cassidy come back. I wouldn't want to see Cassidy tarnish his legacy like that. Especially after I helped fought for Cassidy to get that respect back on his name. I would hate for Cassidy to single-handedly get back in there and get that shit tarnished. A lot of y'all might have some truth to what y'all saying there. King Tyler, you a fool too, bro. You a fool for that one. But I needed that one. It make a lot of sense. Bro said Cassidy. How didn't Cassidy know that the shit that he wrote was, yeah, double R, you showed mad love to Cass. Yeah. And you got people out here actually acting like I'm disrespecting them. I never said fuck Cassidy. I'm not talking, you don't hear me talking like 3 Letterman and I'm talking. And Battle Truth and them. While they was out here hating Cassidy, I was still showing love to him. Hold on, people. We got a caller. Fred the Jig is in the building.
Start the call or two to decline. The call will start at the beep.
Fred.
What's that, buddy?
Yeah, I'm actually going live now, man. I'm an hour in. We right here talking about Cassidy and shit.
Hey. Yeah, I just want to chop in. I had just seen you live. I'm like, oh, so let me hop in just so I can say something to the fans. What's good, everybody? I want to let them know we still working together. Everything good. I just went and seen you. I said, oh, my boy going in. I know what time it is, man.
Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah, well, so tell me what's the main deal? We were talking about earlier about Cass?
Yeah, Judah Son. He said you full hard, bro. 666P Black 666. I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. Man, Cassidy ain't got it, yo. Stay where you are.
And 666P just be honest, though. You feel me, bro?
Yeah. I love that shit, though.
Bro, think about
I love when niggas is being honest, though, Fred. Oh, King Tyler said, what's up?
What up, King Tyler? What's good? What's good, fam? Shout out to everybody, man. How y'all feeling?
Fred the
What's
J,
good,
dude.
family? You know what time it is. Hey, Tony. I was thinking about what he was saying. I know, like I told you, when Cassidy was the problem, he was an issue, right?
Yeah.
We know that. All of us know that. That's why all of us can sit here and talk about Cassidy, because we know when he was the problem, he was an issue that could not be dealt with. It was a little glimpse of it came out in a freeway battle. But we knew his name was ringing throughout the streets already. I was in Florida, and we was hearing about Cassidy's record. Unbeatable.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? We was hearing about that. I was in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. You know how far it is away from Philly? Now, I got connections in Philly. But, you know what I mean? Just to say, though, I was hearing that, winging it, and down here in Jacksonville. We was riding around in the city. We hadn't even seen the video. We was riding around with the freeway. We was riding around, no beat. Just listen to freeway rap. See, this is what they don't know about the South. You know, they don't know the South actually listened to battle rap back then. They don't know we was always, as soon as we can get our hands on it, we was on it. You gotta realize how late stuff get to us.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as we got our hands on it, we was on it. We love Cass the rapper, but Cass the battle rapper.
Yeah, you gotta hang it up,
You
man.
see that?
You
You
gotta
hear me,
hang.
brother?
Yeah, I read it.
Okay. Good. Hey, Double R, what's good? Fred the G, salute, man. What's good, everybody? Well, these fans have the crowd going crazy. And
What is
hey,
that?
no. Hey, hold on. Before we answer that, bro, I didn't even know he had the crowd going crazy in that battle. But, Florida, did you did you see in that Clips interview when he said what he said about Cass?
Yeah, I just played that part at the beginning.
Yeah. But did you play the part about him going on Wild Out?
Yeah, I played all that.
Yeah, and Clips said that he did what? He did good on that.
He said he wished that him and Cassidy, I think, was against each other. They was against each other.
But they was all on the same team because they did the old versus new.
Yeah.
Yeah. My thing is Cassidy always, like, he know alright, this how you come back in the game, but I ain't gonna put my feet in the water. I'm going wild now. You know what I mean? I'm being honest, bro, because he ain't say that, he just went on wild now. He didn't say, hey, y'all boys gonna be on wild now. He ain't tell y'all nothing. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The dudes been looking for every drop. He ain't never say, y'all gonna be on wild now. Check me out. You know, Cassidy a promoter, right?
But I want to say though, Fred, you got to have a lot of nerve. I'm talking about Cassidy. You got to have a lot of nerve to go everywhere, do everything, and act like you don't need to give your fans and your battle rap fans no fucking explanation.
That's what I'm saying. Like he don't like.
It's almost like Cassidy on some Cassidy.
What nobody say.
It's almost like Cassidy on some y'all wait for the next time. Y'all wait for my next battle. Y'all wait to hit the next news. Like Cassidy on some I'm the king and the rest of y'all peasants type shit.
Yeah, and that don't actually work. Shitting on your fans don't actually work in this.
And it definitely don't work. It definitely don't work after the fuck you did what you did against Arsenal.
Look, every time, watch any other industry rappers. When they take a PR hit, watch how they go try to clean up.
Look at what BX4 said.
Yeah, he got the bag, but see, Cassidy, look, he got the bag, but how long are you going to be able to get the bag? Mm-hmm. See, you can get the bag right now, but how you going to look in the future? They going to still hold out their hand to you, and you going to perform right? Now look at the little battle rappers. They trying to what? Look, Ace, what they get on him about, hey, Ace, you got to do better than that if you want to build Wicked versus Bets. Like, they would have never even said, we need to wait for Wicked versus Bets.
Talk to him, Fred.
If we have a classic between Swamp and Ace, they don't say let's wait for Wicked versus Bets.
But I like what you just said, though, Fred. You said, I like what you just said. You said, how did he get the bag, though? Like, that's what I personally feel a lot of these battle rappers and these entertainers, period, get fucked up. How did you get the bag? And how are you going to continue to get the bag?
Exactly. You gotta have a continue like, hey, if I'm sitting there, I need to be able to go to this water fountain. How many times? My whole life. Not just one drink. You know what I mean? I can't live off the dirt for water.
Bro, niggas started leaving the building in the Cassidy battle. Gilly left the building and did an interview in the third round with Uncle Rob. That's how bad it was. The nigga that was behind you the whole time left and started doing an interview. And you know the excuse they make? You know the excuse they have? Well, not everybody there was a part of Philly though. Was with Philly. Like, how many excuses y'all gonna make until y'all actually?
Yeah, they need to
come on,
stop.
man. They gotta stop.
It wasn't a whole Philly crowd out there. It don't matter. Don't he rock every crowd? Ain't he in the what do you need a whole Philly crowd for? He Cassidy. We gonna hold him to the same measure that he held himself to.
Hold Cassidy to the same standard y'all gonna hold the rest of these niggas to.
He said, don't get him freaked out. Cass is coming back. You never liked Cass in the first place. Oh, we already know all of that. But what we saying is, So, all right, look, we've been rooting for Cass forever. And Gillen's been a hater forever, and that's okay. Because he's always been a hater. But when did Cassidy become the villain? That's what Cassidy got to look at. Why did I change from the hero to the villain? To my fans. You see what I'm saying? Why he act like that to us?
What we saying in the chat, man? BX Sports, he got booed in his own city. That can't be good. No, that should pretty much confirm everything. King Tally, the toast will leave you soaked, and you the best. What? Oh no. You said the toast will leave you soaked and wet, like what they say, Dorney Park. Why you quoting you the best and you ain't on the charts? Dog, I heard your verse. Your verse, the corny part. Vintage Cass. Yeah. Yeah, Vintage Cass. But you gotta be honest, man. Is that line right there? Is that line that you just said, King Tally, good enough to be Swamp?
Oh my God.
Is that line you said good enough to beat Briz or Chess? Because these niggas is coming with haymakers. See, I believe Cassidy needs to, I believe my brother Nixon was right. Cassidy need to go back to punching. He need to go back to that back-to-back punching style that he created. Fuck all that trying to be intricate and figurative language. Man, that shit was garbage. Go back to punching. Go back to the Cassidy that punched back to back. The reason why I started liking Magic and we started fucking with Rum Nitty. Go back to punching. I'm telling you, that's what's gonna save Cassidy. What's gonna save Cassidy is one, admitting, and two, getting back to punching. He gotta get back to that back-to-back punching, Fred.
Yeah, he do. Oh, must smell like something. My room smell like oranges, bro. Orange peels.
You know why he did good against? You know why he did great against Goods that first round? Because if you really look closely in that round, that first round against Goods, that was vintage Cassidy. He was punching back to back.
Yeah, but then he stopped right out there. Like he has to tell us about his world tours and stuff like that. I want to hear about that.
We don't want to hear about your landscape and all that old shit. Niggas start talking about how many acres he got and his landscape and all that. That's fine. But we want to hear you direct your material to the person that you battling.
Yeah, keep telling the truth.
Yeah, he needs to go back to punching. We ain't trying to hear that. Yeah, the first round was fire. Yeah. Hey, remember Cassidy's first round? That was Cassidy. That back-to-back punching. We was in this joint going crazy. Somebody, Judah Sun said PGs would give Cassidy all the smoke. I'm gonna give Cassidy a little.
Can beat that first round he dropped him.
Yeah. So Fred, who's a PG though? Is Swamp a PG?
Yeah. Well, no, Proven Ground. That's Proven Ground. No, it's rookie. I think Proven Ground is before to become a rookie.
Okay, so who's the PGs though? I don't know who the PGs is.
The Proven Ground to become a rookie.
So give me some names. Who's with the PGs?
You know, like the D League, when you get out of the D League,
Yeah, I know what the PGs is. I'm talking about. Give me some names. I don't know who in the PGs.
Oh, I don't know nobody who PGs. We don't really know PGs names. you don't learn their names until they become a rookie. Like
Jada Nightwing. Who is Jada Nightwing?
Yeah, he's a rookie, but he threw his PGs though. Like PGs mean that you still proven. Yeah, you can keep a battle with a rookie bartender. Yeah, PG is proving that, and when you try to prove that you can.
I want to see Jag battle Hitman or Arson. Yeah, I want to see, man, Fred want to see Jag battle K-Shine and Av. I want to see K-Shine get his ass killed. I'm sick of K-Shine.
Yeah, I want K-Shine to lose. One thing is the South have been calling K-Shine out for a whole year, 2 years. And K-Shine's scared.
Hey, if Jag is successful in his battle coming up, after that battle, I'm gonna personally call Jag on the phone and say, Jag, you gotta get K-Shine, man. You gotta get K-Shine. I want K-Shine next. And Jag want K-Shine too, though. That's the funny part. Jag want anybody that think they the shit. That's what Jag want.
Yeah, and K-Shine think he's the shit.
Jag said he want K-Shine. He want Tay-Rock. He want Av. But I don't think he really want Av like that. Jag said he'd definitely, that battle would be fire too. Jag said he'd battle Calico. That battle would be fire.
Yeah. But can we give a good Calico? Because when he just went against Kirk, that was awful, right?
Yeah, that was horrible, man.
That wasn't even Calico. You know what I mean? I like Calico. I'm like, hold on, bro. This is the Calico that's been calling Kirk out for 2 years.
But you know what? Sometimes battle rappers get like that when, he been chasing Twerk for the longest, man. Pause. But he been chasing New Jersey for the longest. And when it get like that, like I told you the story about Magic and Av, like Av was chasing after Magic for the longest, and when they actually battled, it was lackluster. Av was like, man, this shit should have been happening. Like, he wasn't serious as he was at the beginning.
That's what we were discussing this morning about who are the rookies that need to go get the vets. So yeah, Jag is
Ho. Hey, Fred, I'm gonna have to close this one out. We're gonna have to make a video right now again because I want to talk about Jag.
Right,
you remember the shit we was talking about? We was talking about how what if Jag was to actually destroy his opponent?
Yeah,
like how would that change?
About Jag versus a legend, because Jag said he already said that he's facing a legend, right?
Yeah. So if Jag destroys, we're gonna talk about in the next one. If Jag destroys this legend, how would that change the landscape of battle rap moving forward?
And let's promote Jag is it's gonna be January the 1st soon. So we need to be promoting Jag versus the legend. Because then wonder why? Because what's gonna come out is they're gonna announce it. It might be on this call we hear about with Sue Surf and Luke. Now Luke, Sue Surf and Luz. And I think on the same call supposed to be Mook and Hollow. I don't know if they're gonna do it, but that will give a hint to what Danny Midas was talking about.